picture while you can, because I'm not going to stay up here. I really wish you were all closer, but that's okay. I can deal with this. So, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? And for those of you who are too young to know what that song is, it's from Mahogany, and Mras sang it. And I remember when I was 7 years old, I heard that song, and I'm gone. There I am in the back. I heard that song, and I started to cry. Because do you know where you're going to? At 7 years old, I thought, what am I going to be? I was growing up in the Philippines. My mother's Filipino, my father's an American from Louisiana. And looking at history books, I saw that from my father's side, I was going to be a slave. And from my mother's side, I was going to be a maid or a garbage man. And so I'm like, why am I in school? Who am I going to be? And the teachers would say, who are you going to be? What are you going to be? Are you going to be an astronaut? Are you going to be this? Are you going to be that? And in my mind was, I only have 3 choices. And I don't like any of them. And in the 70s, remember what was happening in the 70s? The Philippines was in chaos. I was there from 68 to 84. So I was there through all the chaos, assassinations, all these terrible things that were happening around me. Now, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? At that time, I did not like what I was seeing at all. And matter of fact, I didn't like life at all. And so for years and years, I just kept going. And the beauty about life is that I forgot what I was supposed to do. I'm timing myself so we can stay on time. What I realized was to find who I was going to be and what I wanted in life. All you young people are not going to like to hear this. I lost everything. I lost everything. When I came to America at 15, my father kicked me out of my house 2 years later. You have to understand, I grew up in the Philippines where I knew family, people loved me, people were going to watch out for me. Bad things don't happen, right? In the Philippines, bad things happen, but there was always us. We always had someone to come back to. And I came to America, and that did not exist. And I realized in America that the community of the Philippines says, all welcome, all family, right? In America it was one for all and all for one. And it wasn't how I was built. So I didn't understand how this world worked. When my dad kicked me out, I survived for 2 years. I was homeless, I stayed on friends' couches. I made do. I figured out a way to move and survive. But the worst part about it was, when I was in college, my junior year, I got human trafficked. And why? I'm a young girl on my own, innocent, trusted everybody, and they saw it, and they used it against me. Today I'm going to teach you something I learned through a lot of trauma. I've learned how to read people and react to how they are reacting before they even know they're reacting. How to control the energy. How many do you believe in energy? Positive forces brought more positive, negative brings more negative. I'm going to teach you something I learned through my human trafficking. No, not the bad stuff, just the energy stuff that I learned. And then I got a boost. In 2014, I used to be running political campaigns. I was writing speeches for people. Do you mind if I come downstairs? Can you
Go for it. Go for it.
I feel echoey. Hello, here. Hello. But in 2014, I was writing speeches for politicians. And I didn't care what their politician thought was. I would take their 5-hour speech and make it to 7 minutes. That's my gift. Words are my gift. And so I was doing that, but this sunny day, it was the last day of school. Oh, am I messing you up, Ben? Okay.
I'm good. I am good.
I had caffeine. That sunny day, I I was driving along, minding my business, when out of the orange-colored sky, flash, bam, alakazam, a car ran a stop sign and hit me. In my car, thank God. But the engine block fell in with me. Now, remember that little girl who didn't know where she was going to, what she wanted to do? In that moment, I saw an entire lifeline, 48 years of my life flash before my eyes. And I did fine. I thought I was fine. How many of you get hurt? I'm good. I'll go pick up the kids. Okay, let's make dinner. We just act like everything's fine. I thought everything was fine. 12 days later, I'm at the bank, putting in my last check from one of the politicians I'm working with. And I go up to the teller and I said, can you please put this in, give me $100 back? And she looks at me like I'm crazy. I said, no, please put this in, give me $100 back. And she says, Michelle, you're making no sense. So what do you mean, no sense? She says, you're saying macaroni, cheese, spaghetti, over and over again. What they didn't find out after my brain injury, that I have a traumatic brain injury. I have a brain bleed. And although you see I'm hyper and that there's nothing, I seem normal, I'm missing 4 parts of my brain. I'm missing my frontal lobe over my left ear, the back of my head, and my 2 hemispheres had disconnected. That's why I couldn't walk, I couldn't talk anymore, and I was paralyzed. And I could only move when my husband would carry me. He's still carrying me, by the way, he's sitting over there. And the thing is I lost 2.5 years of my life. And in 2.5 years, how many of you have inner critics? Come on, you better raise your hands. We all have an inner critic. We have a critic that tells you, you're not good enough, you can't do that, why did you try? Who are you? I love that Ben can do this. Who are you? What do you think? Who are you? For 2.5 years, I had that conversation with that person in my head, and they all ended up being aunties and titas and mommies and grandmas and lolas and everyone in my Philippine family, all 28,000 of them, and they were all in my head. And one day I promised God that I would, if He would get me out of that, give me back my brain, I would run. I would never question any door that opened ever again. And so I started walking and talking. You can read about it. Go watch it. I have a TED Talk. Look up my name, Michelle Mras. My TED Talk. We'll talk about it. But what I want to share with you today, do you all have pens and paper? Do you have a notepad you can write on your phone? Write down the word S.P.A.M. S-P-A-M. One of the things I learned with my brain injury is I have to give myself cues so I can remember things. Because although I seem fine, I glitch. And one of the things I learned is I say, S.P.A.M. S-P-A-M. I have a lot of inner critics, and with my brain injury, I get sensitive to certain things, lights, sounds, whatever. And so in order to function as an international speaker that I am, what am I? UN ambassador, I have 43 books, I have a podcast, I have a TV show out of the Philippines called MentalShift on the new channel. And I do all of this stuff by giving myself cues. So, crowds mess with me. So one of the things I do to change my energy, to shift my energy, is I use the word S.P.A.M. Now, today, we've been talking about harnessing the power of community, starting with us. Today, I'm going to teach you how to shift your energy, because what you believe in you, how you show up into a room, is how you shift the entire room. Now think of all of us coming into any room that we go into as the powerhouse, the energy. Remember how many of you were here this morning when the founders were all on stage? Yeah. You know how they all have this presence? You don't even need to know they were the founders. You can feel the leadership in them. That is what I want to teach you today. So, you want to know what S is? Okay, ready? S stands for song. If you can't tell, I like to sing. But one of the things I realized with song is when I was scared, I could change my energy, my mood, by changing the song. So, how many times are you in a really, really bad mood? oh my God, you're just so upset. And you go in your car or you turn on your music and everything's fine, right? Music is key. Music can shift your world. Music shifts mine every day. So, I have problems with crowds. So when I would go into networking groups, to trick my mind into going into the room, and everyone said, oh, Michelle's so happy, it's just, no, I'm singing in my head. I sing, a very merry birthday to you, oh hi, oh hi, oh hi, a very merry birthday to you, oh hi, oh hi. And in my mind, I'm screaming, oh my God, I gotta meet these people. But when you're singing in your head, your brain doesn't know. And so my brain is saying everything's great, keep smiling, keep going, and everyone loves me because I'm so happy. I tricked my mind into being happy. You can trick your mind into being happy to be whatever you want. So when I came onto the stage, I always have my safety net, so I have my husband with me because my brain still jiggles, it vibrates. And before I come on stage here, you want to know what's in my head? Think of a song. Do you have any idea? You ready? I'm every woman that's on me. And I take the stage right now because I own this place. Right? So I want you to think of a song that makes you feel so powerful that no matter what room you go into, you shift the energy. The power in that is in multitudes of all the Filipinos I know. If we all came into a room with a song that we felt so empowered by, we would change the room without ever speaking. Imagine that, without a word, changing the room. So, anybody want to share a song real quick? No? Huh?
In my head, there's a song.
What song?
Lovely day.
Oh,
Withers.
a lovely day, and a lovely day, lovely day, lovely day. So think of a good song and get yourself in a mood no matter what room you're going into. Now, please promise me you're not going to do something like da-na, 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 da-na. It's Jaws for you young people who don't know what Jaws is. You don't want to put Jaws in your head, okay? And you don't want to put in a rock song, a screamo song like, let the bodies hit the floor, let the bodies hit the... No, you don't want that. You want something that will make you smile and people come to you. Because what do we want with NaFFAA? What do we want? We want to grow NaFFAA. We want people to recognize us as the powerful Filipino forces that we are. That when they say Filipino, they don't say, oh, you're a doctor, a nurse, or you're a karaoke singer. We change that by being who we really are. Incredibly gifted at whatever we touch. That's a fact. Is that not a fact? We're kind of biased in this room, but it's a fact. So S is a song. Put it in your head. Song. P stands for the persona. Persona. I used to say predator, but people don't like that word predator. But the persona. So, imagine that I put a lioness right here. A big lioness, a cat. What's your first instinct?
Run.
Who said run? That lioness would have dinner. She would be so happy. You should not move. Because what's happening with the lioness, if I put a lioness, a predator, an apex predator, the predator would look for the weakest link. And the first one to move is the one that's going to get eaten. So P is that persona that you want to come into. When I walk into a room, my shoulders are back, my shoulders up. I make eye contact with everybody, but not quite. I don't linger. What am I doing? I'm scoping. I'm doing what a lioness would do. What an apex predator does is they look And what I did when I walked through, I looked at every one of you who looked back at me and I do, ooh, good, ooh, good, ooh, good, ooh, good. The one who doesn't look at me, I do, oh, hi. How are you?
Good.
Good. You see, what happens when you play Predator, that persona, what you're doing is you're changing the energy, you're shifting the energy. Remember, you've got a song in your head. And what I do is I look for the person who doesn't look at me because I'm going to shift that one person's energy. Why? Because that's how you make camaraderie. When I was walking and you looked at me, I know, okay. Why do you not want to talk to me? And then I find out what it is, and it's usually something very simple, and then she's smiling at me again. You see, and what you do when you do that is you make everyone inclusive. So, S is a song. I want you to all have a song for different occasions. When you're having a big group, you have to talk, have a song. If you have to go private talk like this, have a song. If you want to go, I don't know, conquer the world, do another song. But just find a song for yourself. P, persona. Always walk with purpose. If you remember all of the founders, when they walk into the room, do you see them walk like this? Hi, I'm a founder. No. They walk in and do. They don't even look at their feet because they know where they're walking. That's what leaders do. And that's what people look for when they're looking for someone to do business with, to connect with. They're looking for confidence. Everyone in this room, we all look for someone else who has as much confidence or more than we do. It's called the law of the lid. We look for leaders that we can follow. If they're lower than us, we don't follow them. It's the law of the lid. Look it up. So, P. A. Ready for A?
Okay.
A is the attitude. I'm really on time. I'm a timely person. A is for attitude. No one in the room is better than you. No one in the room is lesser than you. We're all on the same path. People are just on different mile markers. Get that in your head. And the reason I say that is no one. Think of how many times you've gone into a room and do, oh, God, I don't know anybody. It messes you up, right? It messes you up when you start getting in your head about who's better, who's looking at you, who cares? Don't care about them. Because you know what they're thinking? Oh my gosh, I don't know anybody. I wonder if they're looking at me. They're saying the same thing. So own your song. Own that personality that you've chosen to be. Have the attitude that we are all equal. People are just a little further on the line or further behind on you. It doesn't matter. We're on the same road. Guess where the road is going? To the end. And no one takes anything with them. And when we are gone, the only thing people remember is how we made them feel. They don't say, oh, he had a really nice car. Oh, she had the best. No, they don't care. They're in there thinking, I love this person because they did this. They made me feel important. I love this person. That's all we leave is love behind. So go, show up as the best version of you in every room you come into. And when you come into a room, be the best you with love. Curious what the M stands for? Curious? Why have we made it S.P.A.M? S.P.A.M because I love S.P.A.M. But M, yeah, we didn't have S.P.A.M at breakfast. Will we have S.P.A.M at breakfast? Yes. I would love that. I would. Well, anyways, M stands for magnetism. So if you have a song, you have that personality, that persona, the attitude that no one's worse or better, you magnetize people towards you. How many of you people in this room last night saw me?
Yeah.
You were wrong.
I heard you too.
You heard me too, yeah. I sang last night. But the thing about singing, the reason why I do that is because sound is a frequency, right? Song is a frequency. I connected with all of you through a song. How many of you weren't here? Oh, a couple of you. You were there. I know you were there. That's what I was about to do, because there was a song I wanted to sing that I didn't sing, but I only have 3 minutes. What was the song? What was the song? Huh?